In the laws of supply and demand, the most scarce resources are always the most valuable. Beyond the days of bartering when kingdoms were just forming, emperors stayed in power because they had the most gold, a resource that no regular person could obtain easily. Then, as kingdoms were developing into nations, the Industrial Revolution began, and gold was no longer the most scarce resource, it was all about oil. And as more nations developed, more oil was needed, and the price skyrocketed, making the countries supplying the oil some of the most wealthy people in the whole world. ExxonMobil, General Motors, Ford. Most of the biggest companies in the last decade were based on the foundation of oil, innovating new industries and causing monumental shifts in society itself. The Saudi fund is currently worth $1.4 trillion. And that is all because of this oil boom. But nowadays, you see Saudi buying up major stakes in sports, entertainment, and multimedia. So if they're moving away from the thing that made them all their money in the first place, we must be entering a new era of scarcity. And that new era is attention. Conor McGregor came out with a whiskey. Boom, 600 million. The Rock created Terramana Tequila. Boom, 4 million. KSI, Logan Paul, created Prime Hydration. Some of the biggest football clubs in the world have it as their main drink, and it's currently worth about 10 billion. And all of these brands are reaching valuations unlike anything seen before. They're reaching these valuations in 1 to 2 years of release. It took Apple 42 years to become $1 trillion company. So there must be a crazy amount of scarcity for these minor companies to have such big valuations. And the thing is, there is. Companies want as many eyes and ears on their products and services as possible for the longest amount of time. Yet there's only 8 billion people on the planet, and they can only have their attention focused on one thing at a time. And if they do have their attention focused, it's usually only for a couple of seconds and then they move on. So the individuals and companies that have managed to form a group collective around their brand have enormous power in the game of life. And the companies supplying the platform that are driving all of this attention, such as Google, Microsoft, Apple, benefit the most from this competition. These tech firms are to attention what Saudi Arabia is to oil. The supplier always wins. However, unlike oil, any regular person can become a major player in the attention landscape. Buying attention isn't as black and white as buying oil. There have been huge startups that have spent tens of millions of dollars on advertising, only to get 1,000 active viewers on their platform. And then you see regular people in their bedrooms getting millions of views on their videos and becoming a major player in the game. Eyes and ears beat oil and money in this game of life, in this game of attention. So the quicker you can begin building a brand and an audience, the quicker you can make money and pile up more and more leverage. And the mistake you need to get out of your mind is that virality does not make you a player in the game of attention. If you have to spend money to get the supply, you're going to get outpaced by the competitors who have the supply come to them. If you're a YouTuber, for example, and you have 1 million active subscribers and you can sell product to them and make $1 million a year, you are beating a multinational company that spends 9 million on advertising only to get 10 million in return. Because as soon as they stop spending that money, there's no money coming in. Yet celebrities and content creators just have to keep up their attention to make money, and they have no overheads or debt in their finances. So now, why are these massive companies buying out these celebrity businesses? Is it for the product? I don't think so. Most of these products are pretty average in a technical standpoint. What they're buying is the attention that these celebrities bring to their brands. The value is the person, not the product. Because if you think about KSI and Logan Paul, they got a combined total of tens of millions of fans waiting for what they're going to do next. So if you can become a partner with them, that means you also get tens of millions of people looking at your brand, which in reality would cost you about 100 million to get from advertisements. So companies are paying extortionate prices to work with these celebrities. And if you can leverage your game, you can get there too. If you can become a major player in the game of attention, you can get these massive payouts from the big companies. But it all starts by you creating that online presence now and building your audience. The bigger the audience you get, the more leverage you have in life and the richer you will become. I hope this video has given you a new perspective on where you should be starting if you want to get rich in 2023 and beyond. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I would love to read them. And as always, if you've liked the video and you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. and always take one step a day towards your goals.